Friends, I've had a tough day today, and one thing that happened, I prepared a wonderful slideshow to welcome me to Denver, but I left it at home. So I'm going to wing it without a slideshow and with some slides over here. Welcome back to Denver. Those of you that were here 4 years ago for a very successful first ggg999, and this is the 5th one. So it's growing. We probably have more people coming and more people registered. I have some important announcements I want to make now before I get for the welcome. Just so you can get the best out of ggg999. I have notes. I wrote in my message to a few days ago that the weather will be perfect. Maybe some of you disagree. It was in the low 90s today. Well, I made arrangements with the Weather Bureau because I knew that there were 2 hiking groups going that were going to go up to higher altitudes where it's 10 degrees cooler. That's why I arranged for the temperature today. It'll be warmer than it's going to be next few days. Next few days it's going to be in the 80s and you're going to love it. Our Denver weather is always like that. A couple of things that I want to ask for. I would like to have a few volunteers to help me with some tasks. One is cinematography. Chief cinematographer George Bondi over there is handling the camera, and maybe some of you would like to volunteer to take turns. Basically, it's a matter of panning and zooming to keep the camera on whoever is speaking. So if you would volunteer, talk to George, take a little time at there. And I can usually use some volunteers early in the morning and at the end of the day to help me handle all this stuff. So I'm begging for that. Also, if at some time you decide you're not going to lunch and maybe you're going to hang around the room, it would maybe you could let me know if you plan to do that, so that you can guard the equipment, so that I can go out to lunch maybe. But I'll be busy here most of the time, but that's one thing you can help me with. There were 2 hikes this morning, and both of them report wonderful time. There are 2 hikes also on Tuesday. And if you look at the website, there's details about both sides. No, actually there are details. Betsy, you want to tell us about the Tuesday hike?
We're probably going to do Pawnee Peak, which is 13,000 feet, and it's about a 10-mile round trip.
Okay, if you want to go on that hike, see Betsy. Any questions for Betsy right now?
Why is it that there are no unstrenuous hikes?
Yes, there is. No.
This morning.
How long was it?
Oh, well, there are actually 2, both neither were strenuous.
How long was it?
Let me answer that. There are 2 hikes. One is called a serious hike, climbing mountains with Betsy. Okay? Like every time, Betsy makes people climb mountains.
Yeah, well, the question I have is how strenuous is the less strenuous hike? How long was it?
The less strenuous hike, I think it's planned for 3 hours.
Yeah, that's way too much.
What?
Way too much. That's
No.
Kevin, come on.
Kevin, no, you have to be serious.
It's not going to be a running hike. It's going to be a very leisurely hike with lots of stopping, where the leader, Dr. Bob Korn, is going to tell you about the biota and the fauna and the flora of our game preserve that we have. So this is not a strenuous hike. It's called a leisurely nature walk. Thorsten.
I just want to say that we did that hike with Bob Cohen this morning, and I'm one of the most sports averse people you could imagine. And between Eric and me, we figured it was about 250 or 300 meters we walked all morning.
Can you handle that, Kevin?
Our host was extremely friendly, extremely talkative. We had a very good time, and it wasn't really strenuous. So I would, if you're here, it's really worth doing.
No, but this.
Okay, now if you want to go on a serious hike, see Betsy. Register with Betsy. If you want to go on the hike at what is it called?
Nature.
Bar Lake. Okay.
State Park.
State Park like State Park. It's a level ground. It's no climbing at all. And there'll be a lot of stopping to talk about the birds and the bees and the plants. Okay? If you want to go on that hike, I recommend it. And see me, because Bob Cohen's not going to be here, but see me to register to let me know if you're coming. If one of those that's going on a hike has a car that can carry people, that's great. If not, we'll have to arrange to rent the car. But I recommend that hike. Any more questions on that? Okay. Important, the farewell lunch. We're having a farewell lunch on Monday afternoon. And now you have to, if you're staying in Comfort Inn, you're supposed to check out by 11. But if you ask at the desk, they'll let you check out as late as 1. We have a morning program which we'll try to end by 11:30, giving you time to check out. And then the farewell lunch was going to be at 1 o'clock at Marlowe's. Now, you have to sign up for the farewell lunch. It's banquet style. We need to have a hand count. So there's a sign-up sheet over there. Let Leon know that you will be coming to the farewell lunch. And it's a banquet, $20 a head. Okay, the most important thing to me is to take the group picture to add to the website, okay? That is going to be Sunday at 12 o'clock, or Sunday at the end of the morning session, okay? So please be here Sunday morning, or just show up Sunday at 12 o'clock, and we'll take the group picture. And let's see, about Denver, let me tell you a little bit about Denver. If you don't know, this is a large map of Denver. I live down here. We're meeting down here, downtown. Let me zoom in on it. Something interesting about Denver, if you look at the streets, most streets are north, south, and east, west, except for downtown. Downtown is turned 45 degrees, and you wonder why. Well, the reason is that there's a river right here where Denver started that runs southwest to northeast, and they started building streets parallel and perpendicular to the river, which made sense. But then some years later, somebody else decided, well, let's lay it out geometrically. So downtown is confusing to everybody, even to Denverites. But you don't have to go very far. Let me zoom in on it again. This triangular block, this is where we are. The Brown Palace is a triangular building. We are now here at the south tip of the building. This is the south tip of the building. You probably had a chance to discover 16th Street Mall, which is this. It used to be a street. Now they don't show it a street because there's no traffic is allowed on there except shuttle buses. This is a 1 mile long stretch from here to about there. Shops and restaurant, and this is our showcase of a very beautiful part of Denver. If you're looking for restaurants, where to eat? Well, let me see. Here's the map showing the restaurants. Plenty of restaurants to eat, including 4 in this hotel right here. Here's our hotel. Marlowe's, where we had last night, was the early birds dinner, and where we having farewell lunch, happens to be mine and Leah's favorite restaurant. So we took you there, and this is, where am I now? Marlowe's is right here. 16th Street Mall leads to a part down here. This is Market Street, I believe. This is called Lower Downtown. This has more restaurants. Yes, Richard?
Point out that you can hop on and off of that shuttle bus.
Yeah, the shuttle bus is free. You can ride 1 block, you can ride the whole thing back and forth. The shuttle bus is free. So, it doesn't take very long to get to any of this area. That's the best part of town. An important event that's going on this weekend is the Taste of Colorado, which is a kind of an annual festival, and that's in this open area right here. This is our city hall, and here's our state capitol, and there's a big park. Most of it's going to be here in the street and in this area, Taste of Colorado. where about 50 or 60 restaurants set up little tents or kiosks, and they serve samples of their food. It's a little cheaper maybe than going there, but it's something that goes on every evening until 10 o'clock, including on Monday. I recommend that you check it out once, and if you like it, you might want to go back and eat some more there, or try any of the restaurants that we have along here. Major attractions that are available. Well, that is a major attraction. Okay, the food festival, absolutely. The other one is the Michelangelo and Da Vinci exhibition, which is just across the street, which is a 60th Street Mall just across the street from Marlowe's, between Tremont. Well, it's at Tremont and what is the next street? Glenarm. No, between Glenarm and so on. Any questions?
What is this exhibition?
Michelangelo and the Da Vinci traveling exhibit from Florence. They call it the Da Vinci's Machines.
Out on the street?
No, it's $16. You have to go in and pay $16, yeah. Anyway, I peeked inside and I saw the Pietà, if you can believe it. You know, I don't know if it was a reproduction of the real thing, but they say it's a traveling exhibit from Florence. It's mostly Da Vinci's. Has anybody been to it to see it? Tell us about it, Richard.
The machines are reproductions, but they're easily interpretable. You can just about get into touch with the minds of how those guys worked. It was, for a geek, any geeks here, it was worth doing.
And don't miss the introductory video either. That gives you some historical background.
The Pietà, it's not the Pietà, it's a reproduction, right?
The which?
Pietà, the statue of Mary holding the dead Jesus. No, you didn't see it?
No, what we saw was machinery.
Edwin,
It's a reproduction.
it's a reproduction, full
That-
size?
Yeah, full size. The original had been brought here for the 1964 World's Fair.
And I saw it.
And I saw it, and it was incredible. And they had shipped it in a big container with all kinds of flotation and radio on it on the deck of the ship in case the ship went down, we wouldn't lose it. And then they took it back to Rome and let somebody hit it with a hammer.
Okay. So, as far as attractions, well, I think you are in the center of things over here, unless you are into mountains and hiking and so on, and then, of course, we have alternative plans for you. Questions? No questions. You ready to go on? Yes.
Joyce and I went to the Denver Art Museum today, and the show on Rothko and Nick Cave, they are outstanding. We recommend it.
The Denver Art Museum is down here, 2 blocks down 13th, 14th Avenue right here, I believe is the area. One thing about our art museum is a piece of architecture that is kind of interesting. Some people have called it a UFO crash site. Maybe I can get, well, I can get a
It's
picture.
like the Experience Music on
Sorry?
the side. It looks like the Experience Music, the side.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'm going to try to get you out of here early tonight because you probably haven't had dinner. So we have just one speaker tonight after me, and boy, do we have a speaker.